Hey, it is Monday. Chag Sameach. For all my Jewish friends, happy Yom Kippur, happy is safe and easy fast. Shana tova, happy New Year. Welcome everyone. Now that it's okay to be on your phone for the high holidays, I'm on that phone, zooming in to everything, and including my friends to answer any questions you may have. Where is my team? Where's Team David Meltzer, Justin? Where could they be? No, Andrew, Jake is at services. Best advice for an 18-year-old: be radically humble and ask for help. Find someone that sits in the situation. What? Come on in. Hold on a second.
Oh, hello.
There he is. It's Miles Graham Day. It's actually National Sunday, too. Did you know that? Not Sunday, but esquen. This is my son, and it's National Sunday. Miles, what's been going on, man? What do you think of the football weekend?
I'm really sad how the Chargers screwed that up.
How'd they screw that up?
They had him.
They had him? How many times has that happened in your life?
Probably 10 million.
10 times that by 4, right? What about the Padres making the playoffs? You happy about that?
Yeah.
Everybody's into Miles Monday. They're all saying there it is, the top man. I am so blessed to have you. What's your favorite thing about your dad?
I'm thinking.
You can't think of it? Is it too many to think about, or you don't know any?
There's too many.
Too many? Really? You think someday you'll have a big Instagram yourself and help people?
Maybe.
Maybe? Should we try to answer a question? Let's try to answer a question together, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, here's this one. What best advice do you have for an 18-year-old?
I'm thinking.
I say ask for help. I like the way you rub the chin there. That's nice.
Best advice for an 18-year-old. Don't pull my sister's.
Don't pull sister's hair? Okay.
No.
That's okay.
Oh my gosh.
What, you have a different advice? Give it to him.
I have it.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, don't vape.
Don't vape. Oh, that's great advice. There you go. You heard it here first from the Miles Graham. Do not vape. All right, next question for you, Miles. Worse to be a Chargers or a Falcons fan?
Well, like the Falcons, I'm just saying they don't get. Well, actually, yeah, they do. I honestly think it's Chargers because it happened to them for their entire living chance of a Chargers.
Yeah, but the Falcons were the closest team to win the Super Bowl and not win.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, at least when the Chargers made the Super Bowl, we weren't even close. By halftime, it wasn't even close.
It's probably like.
You weren't alive yet, but it was painful. All right, let's take one more question here. Let's see who else. Someone has it here. What's your favorite part of your life? Oh, thank you. You're my favorite, too. Don't tell your sisters or your mom. This is my boy, Miles. Did you guys see that? This made my day. If you're jealous, you should be. Imagine what that feels like. See, all that hard work, that's what I just got. Blaine, don't cry. I know you're feeling it because this is your protege. Blaine coaches Miles in football.
Well, like when I was in like first grade.
Yeah, he got you started. Here you go, Miles. Would you rather be a quarterback or a wide receiver?
I'm too short to be a quarterback, so a wide receiver.
Yeah, I know.
And it's more fun.
Maybe Samir will marry one of our
sisters,
your sisters, and we have tall grandkids. All right, we're trying. That's a good man. Samir's a good man. Let's see here. Let's see what other here. What's one lesson you learned from playing football?
Well, not to take it seriously.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Not even real, like, it's not professional where, oh my god, I can make, like, if I don't do good, I'm gonna make $1 million, so just
have fun.
Loosen up, yeah.
Loosen up, exactly.
You don't need to be
3 things, right? 1, do your best. 2, have fun. And 3,
make a lot of money.
No, learn a lesson.
And make a lot of money.
Exactly. Don't take yourself. Rule number 6 applies to football too. Don't take yourself so seriously. Let's see here, Miles. One more question for the Miles Graham. What do you want to be when you're older?
I don't know.
You don't know?
And too young.
Too young to care?
Yeah.
Can you list one thing that you may want to be? No? All right. Do you like school or sports better?
Sports.
How's the remote school? Is it good?
No.
Is it easy?
No, it's annoying.
It's annoying.
There's so many glitches. No, I wanted to get the other question.
What's the training topic for this week? Oh, meditation's a training topic. Do you meditate, Miles?
Sometimes.
Yeah?
Well,
you find your center. I do every day. I find my peace and center.
Okay, I want to pick a question.
Okay, go ahead. You hit it. Yeah, pick one. Ooh, Justin. Yeah, that's a good one.
Is Justin Herbert a bust or a boom? Well, I think he's doing pretty good. I'm kind of biased now because he's the Chargers quarterback. But
yeah, I'm biased too. I think he's a total boom. What do you think?
Like,
he's pretty talented.
Yeah, I think he was underrated because everyone thinks he's gonna be the bust of the draft. I think there's a bigger bust of the draft, but I forget his name.
Yeah, we know his name.
Yeah.
We know his name.
We know
he was
his
drafted
name.
Baker Mayfield. That's his name. Here's a good question. One thing your dad's taught you.
Not to take anything seriously.
There you go. Rule number 6. Don't
and
take
other stuff I cannot mention.
Please don't mention the other stuff. This is all private stuff. Exactly. Hey, Sean, take it easy on my boomer. Oh, here's a good one. This is a little bit creepy, but I think we'll answer it anyway.
What is your favorite?
What's your favorite candy?
Starburst.
Starburst. Okay. We'll stay away from that.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Jeff Fenster's here. Let's bring him on with us, okay?
Yeah, okay.
You know who Jeff Fenster is? Acai Bowl King.
Yeah.
The king of the acai bowls.
Yeah.
Ever Bowl.
Yeah. You told me.
Yeah, I told you know who he is. You seen him before?
Nothing.
He has daughters.
He's verified?
Yeah, he's verified. That's surprising, isn't it?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, hello.
Hello. I agree.
How's he get
Herbert's
verified?
Not the biggest bust of the draft.
That's for sure. He's a boom. What, did you get a haircut?
I did. I shaved, too.
Yeah, I saw that. You look
Yeah.
different. But you still got your hat on.
I do,
That's
of course.
All right. What's your question for Jeff?
I don't know.
You don't have a question for him? I do. How'd you get verified?
Yeah, how do you verify?
Instagram just liked me, I guess.
Is that how you get verified? They just like you? I think he's popular. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess.
What's your
The
biggest
truth
challenge?
is, actually, the real truth of the matter is there's another guy who shares my name, Jeffrey Friendster. He actually is the one who found Britney Spears and worked for Interscope Records, or one of the records companies. And he was accused of sexual misconduct and a bunch of bad things. And then as I gained a little bit more popularity, I guess, there was a confusion, and Instagram wanted to separate us.
Nice. Well, why don't you ask Jeffrey what's the best lesson he's learned from your dad?
What's the best lesson he's learned from my dad?
The best lesson? That's a tough question. I'm going to say it's not take things too seriously.
Looks like that's going everywhere. It's going viral. Rule number 6, don't take yourself so seriously. You'll live a long, long life. I was with my Uncle Larry on Sunday. He's 86 years old, and that was his piece of advice to me. Don't take yourself so seriously. Anyway.
Another Jeff Friendster. It's Friendster Jeff.
That's him. All right. Anything else for
That's
him?
me.
Are you still a Chargers fan?
No.
No? What football team do you like?
I'm a Raiders fan.
Have you always been a Raiders fan?
I have because of the relationship with the Dawsons and getting to meet them when I was a young kid and introduced to football. But I've always loved the Chargers till they left San Diego. And being a San Diegan, and we don't have a lot of sports teams left, and for them to leave us for LA was a shot to the heart. So go Raiders.
So, but you are a Padres fan.
Die hard. We're going to World Series this year.
We're going to the World Series.
We'll try.
We got to be positive.
No, we'll be there. We'll be
Jeff
there.
and I are optimists, man. We are optimists. So anyway, Jeff, you've been able to put your stores in all types of major venues, including Petco, which is one of the best sports venues in the world. I've been there. What are some
Raiders
of the
Stadium.
Yeah. What are some of the secrets of how you get your company into those big venues? What are some of the pieces of advice you can give people?
First, it's being pleasantly persistent. I think too often entrepreneurs and people who are trying to get something done hit a roadblock and stop. And I get told no every single day. And I think you have a certain number of no's you race for. And I try to do the same thing. And so, I use Fridays to be pleasantly persistent, and I make a phone call. And it's consistent, and I'm continuous with it. And it builds a relationship with the individual who's the decision maker. It puts me in a position where when that opportunity presents itself, I'm going to be first in line. I'm hopefully going to leave an impact, and I'm trying to take control of the outcome versus saying, oh, it's too hard to get into those stadiums because it's only for national chains. Well, that's true. They reach out to the nationals, but they always leave some space for the smaller operators. And if you are the top of mind, you're going to be the selected choice.
That's great. And when you talked about being pleasantly persistent, what are some of the keys? Because I think a lot of people don't know where that line is. They can't blend being pleasant and persistent. They can't blend being persistent and patient. And all of these blends in a variety of ways, I think, are the subtleties of success. It's what I've mentored you to learn over the years. For you, what are some of the pleasantries in being persistent? What are some of the tricks that you've used?
Well, one, it's being consistent, because if you're not consistent, then it feels forced. So I would set a reminder on my phone every Friday. And if it was you, Dave, I would say, hey, Dave, it's Jeff over at Everbowl. You know, it's Friday. I wanted to touch in and see if there's an opportunity for us to put Everbowl in your stadium. I know you told me last week that it's not a decision that's going to be made weekly, but I want to make sure that I continuously call, not only to say hi and make sure and wish you a happy Friday and a good weekend, but number two, I want you to know how dedicated and committed we are here at Everbowl to be there when that opportunity presents itself. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just wanted to call in, say hi, see if you had any weekend plans, and just make sure that you know that I'm here, and I'm going to be here every Friday until that opportunity presents itself. Nice.
Well, I have another surprise. Have you tried this? Is it Alkaline 88?
No.
I like the watermelon.
Miles likes the watermelon. I like this is the lemon line. You ever go to a hotel and they got that big, beautiful, like the Ritz-Carltons of the world, they get the big glasses of big jug of water with lemons and limes in it?
Yes.
You like that?
That's that. I do. I don't like the cucumber too much, but I like lemon and lime.
Yeah, me too. This is exactly, and he has watermelon that he likes, and they got regular ones too.
What's the name of the company?
Alkaline 88. They're one of my favorites. I was a big Smart Water guy. I tell a great story. No, not anymore. I'm Alkaline. Oh no, this is way better. Way better. Check it out. I'm gonna send you a case, and I'm still waiting for my acai bowls, by the way. So
they're coming.
Jeff, you have made a shift. Tell me about the acai bowls that I'm going to receive at my house, how that now has come to play, that I don't have to go to the stores to get what I think is the best. As much as this is the best tasting water, Everbowl is the best tasting acai bowl I've ever had. It's true.
Yeah. They need to make one improvement. They need to make the bottle like big.
They need like a Smart Water bigger bottle. Okay,
yeah,
I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them this week. That's what the Miles Graham says on Miles Monday. It is actually National SON Day. That's right. Yeah. We're honoring Sons today. And Miles is hanging here, giving his input. But yeah, tell me about, because you've made an extraordinary shift. You leaned in when everybody else ran scared. The minute the transition happened with COVID and other things, you were like opportunistic. Big change creates big opportunities. You leaned in. You were just doubling down on what you're doing, and you were able to create even more accelerated opportunities. One of them being home delivery of your product.
Correct. Yes.
Which I haven't got yet, by the way.
It's coming. We're going to ship it on Thursday, so it should be. I think
even that ship date. That's half the battle.
That's half the battle. Yeah. No, what we did is we realized that we had to close our stores in March with COVID, and a lot of restaurant and retail operators were sitting there scratching their head, us too, and saying, "What are we going to do?" And the good thing is, we have a rock star team at Everbowl, and the executives, we all got together and we said, "Okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to persevere? How can we turn this into an opportunity?" Because when there is adversity, that creates opportunity. And we launched a product called Later Bowls, which is our bowls sent to your home, direct to consumer. People were stuck at home. We knew they wanted food. We knew they wanted to be healthy. And they didn't want to go out because of the virus. So why not be that solution? Why not put, to skate to where the puck's going to be and say, well, home delivery of food is not going anywhere, and we have the product, so let's ship it. And so we launched Later Bowls, and with technology today, it's so easy. I mean, we spun up a Shopify website in a matter of a couple hours, and all of a sudden, we were able to start doing it. And then to use social media for free content and to leverage relationship capital and to get on and meet in my friends' accounts like this and be able to talk about it was at my disposal and my team's disposal. And then we went on to QVC, and we leveraged relationship capital to get on to QVC, and that allowed us to get national attention onto the Later Bowl product. And then we started shipping it nationwide. And with dry ice and the Postal Service, there's nothing stopping you, right? It's exactly that. It's don't spend too much time worrying about and being upset that you can't operate the way you could yesterday. It's turning that negative into a positive, or like the bottle you're holding, turning lemons into lemon water.
There you go. And I have a question. If it's safe to send your Everbowl through the mail, is it safe to vote?
Yes, I believe it is safe to vote. Everyone should vote through the mail, in person.
Me and McCourt are doing a Get Out and Vote show together.
Yes, vote.
The great McCourt. So what? Not yet. He wants to ask questions. That's so good. But where was I? Oh, So one of the things, you and I are writing a book about mentorship, and we're giving a duality, a perspective, since I've been mentoring you since you were very, very young.
Younger than Miles.
Yeah, which is great. You give a great perspective on how your perspective and my perspective has changed through, I hate to age you, but it's been about 30 years. 30 years of mentorship and millions of dollars of gains and losses between the two of us. And luckily now we both seem to have learned some lessons that have created stability in our lives and blessings in our lives. And I think, a really balanced success recipe. But it wasn't easy. And one of the things that I've seen both of us mature in, and one of the themes in the books, is how to deal with what other people think.
Yep.
And, you and I have both dealt with family, friends, close family, and, having to deal with perceptions and how do we vote for what we want and, end up helping more people by voting for what we want and doing what's right by our own values while people are laughing at us, scoffing at us, making fun of us, and even some maybe backstabbing you. How do you deal with what other people think that you care about?
Well, it's not easy. Obviously, it's a lesson, I think, in a skill that takes continuous effort, and you get stronger with it as it goes, because, I saw this great poster or meme or whatever it was, and it was like, they ignore you when you're at the bottom. In the middle, you're irrelevant, and then they hate you at the top. And so when you realize that most people who have ill will towards you, even if they're friends or family, it's really their own insecurity, or it's their own emotions about themselves being directed at you, because you're either doing something that they want to be doing that they didn't have the courage to do, or they're unhappy with some element of their lives, and so they're kind of exerting that outward. And I came to realize that no matter what I do, I can't please everybody all the time. And I think you said it best out, during one of our chapters of our book, which is, I can't be poor enough to make other people wealthy and rich, and I can't be unhappy enough to make you happy. Me feeling bad about something in my life that I should be happy about isn't going to change your own perspective on yourself. All I can do is make sure I'm the best version of myself I can be every day, push myself to be the best, and hopefully that inspires those around me in my immediate circle to be their best self and come from a place of abundance instead of a place of scarcity. And I think in my younger age, I was more from that place of scarcity, and I think we all operate there naturally, which is we have this bad feeling that if somebody else gets something, there's less for me, when that's just not the truth. It's an abundant world, and there's plenty for you, there's plenty for me, and my wins don't affect your ability to win, and your wins don't affect mine. And when I started being a champion for those I care about and expect those around me to be a champion for me, and that's the standard I hold my circle to, and if you can't live in that circle, then I don't want you in my circle. All
right, Miles has to go back to school. What are you going to say?
No, I can't.
Go ahead, say goodbye.
Bye.
Any last words of advice for Jeff?
I don't know.
Give it to him. Tell him the best piece of advice. He needs to hear it.
I thought he already
Tell him again.
Don't
take yourself so seriously. Say, take Jeff.
What?
Don't take yourself so seriously.
Oh yeah, don't take yourself so seriously.
All right, go back to school.
Thank you.
Oh,
I love you.
No, it's not the end.
It's not the end. So when Jeff was your age, and Josh, my nephew, now I got my other man here, Miles. Mm-hmm. He's a younger version of you two, and hopefully he'll end up just as well as Jeffrey and Josh have.
Or better.
Great role models. All right, real quick, Jeff, because I got to jump on the next one. Where can people find Everbull? Where can they find the later bowls? How can they find you?
Everbull.com, and from there you can get access to later bowls. You can get our coffee, Superfuel Coffee, on Amazon. Obviously, I'm at Friendster Jeff, so feel free to reach out with anything. Obviously, anyone who's in Dave's circle, if I can be of service, don't be shy. Dave's the best mentor I've ever had, lifelong family member, business coach. He's the best. So you're already taking the right step in investing with Dave and putting yourself out there. So keep doing that. And of course, as always, Dave is great. And last thing is, I think you're doing a podcast this week with Tina. I did one with her last week, and we talked about the book. And she mentioned she's going to be interviewing you this week. So
very cool. Yeah, I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing you, my friend.
Yes.
Stay happy and healthy, and send my love to everyone. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Great seeing everybody.
Great seeing you. Thanks for letting Miles join us. All right, go ahead, Miles.
So I have something to say.
Oh, he has something to say. Go ahead.
Oh,
all right, go ahead.
So technically, All right, let me check if I'm allowed to say this.
You can say, go ahead.
Okay. So, you know the NFL gives the Super Bowl winners first place trophy like that, like Lombardi trophy? They should give the second place some plastic second place trophies. Okay, now I'm going to
This is the world of trophy. Don't end it.
I want to do a question.
Okay, go ahead. When do you got to go to school?
In 1 minute.
1 minute?
I can fit in 1 minute. We have to get the best one.
All right.
Mm.
Pick the football one up top.
Oh, there's a football one?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I want to see.
Tonight, that top one right there. Who's going to win tonight's game, Miles? Chiefs or Ravens?
I want the Ravens to win because I have Justin Tucker on my fantasy team.
All right. How's your fantasy team doing?
Terrible.
Worse than the Chargers.
Yeah. Woo.
All right, buddy. Go back to school. I love you.
And then I also don't want the Chiefs.
Will we see you next Monday?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Okay, see ya.
See you next Monday. The great Miles Graham for joining me. Thank you, everyone, for allowing my man Miles to join me, giving some great piece of advice to young entrepreneurs as well as football picks. You can't get it better than here. Miles made my day. Thank you. And let's bring another one of my mentees. We're talking about great products. Enrique came into my life before he actually knew it. I had found this happiness product called Elevate. And, Nancy too. Hi, guys.
Hey, how are you?
My favorite entrepreneurial happy couple. And I was just bragging about your company, Elevate. And now even my wife started using it. They came, they have hot chocolate, tea, coffee. I'm not a big coffee guy. But it's an all-natural drink that elevates your dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Basically, helping me help others be happy. You guys are like catalysts of my mission to empower over 1 billion people to be happy, not just with the product, but also providing opportunities for entrepreneurs, whether it's a side gig, a stay-at-home mom that needs to be around the kids and teach, or dads, but also it can be a multi-million-dollar venture like you two have built it into. My wife started using, like I said, but recently, it is like limitless. They have created the happy pill, an all natural pill that has elevated energy, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins. It's an incredible pill. It's a great culture more than it is a company to me. And I had to have you guys on as Jeffrey was here, my son was here, and here you guys are the happy couple. Just give me a couple minutes of, what that journey's been like and why people should join you guys I know Julie's website's Ellepreneur / the magic dose. You don't get mushrooms, you get the magic dose of happiness, but she's just starting to do it as well. But give me a little bit of history on the journey.
Well, before we even hit 2020, we realized that what was lacking in most people's lives was the happiness factor, right? No matter how hard they chased money or the women or whatever it was they were chasing, they weren't happy on the inside. And so much of that comes from the physical part, right? From not having the right nutrition, right. The soils are depleted. And so we've been on a health and wellness journey for a while. I'll let you share how we got this.
Right. That's what's missing in the world today. And when we heard the message, elevating other people's health, wealth, and happiness being that key word, that resonated with us. And we're like, hey, we tried the product. We loved it. It was a mission and a message we could get behind because we want to go empower people and we want to go and help them live their best life and create their best life. And we found a product that actually helps with that and puts you in that right direction, elevates your happy hormones, as you said. And, who doesn't want to be happy, productive, have more energy, feel better, be more healthier, and be involved in a community that elevates others. Mm-hmm. So we found it, we saw it right away, and then we ran with it. Man, we've been able to help so many lives. And I feel like we're just getting started. We joined 21 months ago in this mission, and it's just now really starting to take off. So we found something we can stand behind and really help many people along the way.
What's so funny too is one of the other effects that it had, especially on my wife. We're both over 50, so if anyone's over 40 or 50 or 60, you start realizing, I know you guys haven't gotten there yet, that it's difficult you know, no matter how much you work out, how well you eat, to see the results. You just don't see the results. And what happens with Elevate, what happens with that product is that you do have so much more energy that you're able to do all the things. You're working out harder. You know, I know my wife didn't notice it. She's like, oh my God, this is the first time I'm doing the exact same diet, the exact same exercise, but I'm losing weight now. And it's not because of the pill, it's because of the energy that you're expending. Like, we would walk in, she would used to have to stop and get tired and all these other things. Now she's powering through, working out more. She's in a better mood, you know, like all these different things that affects, you know, people that aren't in a good mood overeat, right? Or eat the wrong things. They're trying to replace something, especially sugar provides, you know, a lot of people that satisfaction that's not in their life. And they get sugar in a lot of different ways. Alcohol is a sugar, candy bars are a sugar. There's a variety of different things. So I have noticed, as I step back and watch what's occurred with my wife, you know, just happier, higher energy. You know, my motto for life, there's so many synergies between us that you guys fell into my lap as coaching clients. The very first call we ever had, I'm looking at your product. It wasn't sent by you at all, but I literally got an advertisement about it. And I was you were explaining what you do. And I'm like, gosh, that sounds a lot like this product that I love. And it ended up being that. The literally basis of what you do is to make a lot of money, to help a lot of people, and to be happy, right? And happiness is that wellness and happiness, physical wellness, spiritual, mental, emotional wellness. It's all involved in that. You know, real quickly before I jump to, you know, what's been the major difference in your life? Like, there's so many things that can happen when you're happy. If you each could give me just a quick rundown of, you know, where you were in the context of happiness, not the product, right? That hopefully my credibility speak for itself, that this pill will help you be happy. But even if it doesn't, I'm here to empower people to be happy. What is happiness? Not Elevate, but what has happiness brought into your life, Enrique? And then Nancy, what has it brought into your life?
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm ready to speak.
All right, Nancy, you go. I
So,
got it out of order.
Call this morning with 100 of our team, and one of the ladies put it perfectly, exactly how I feel, and I'm probably not going to say it the way she said it, but you know how when you're a positive person, you're on that journey, you're tending towards positivity and towards, you know, elevating your life, but on the inside, you're not quite feeling it, right? You're working really hard to do that. This thing helps you feel it, not only show it on the outside, but you're actually feeling it. So it's coming from your inside out rather than working on the outside and hoping the insides are catching up, if that makes sense. So
I love that.
Yeah, it's incredible. Really changed my life.
Yeah. When you're happy and when you're just a happy person, everything is connected to that, right? Your relationships become better. Your relationships with your kids become better. Your patience, your thought process, just the way that you look at things in a more calm manner instead of, you know, rushing to, you know, have a negative mindset. So for us, you know, this product, you know, we as normal people, we struggle with those things and have to really fight through those barriers. But as we got to taking this product, it made that process much easier for us. And it has all the happy hormones balanced to where we can sit back and think it through and make the right decision and become more productive. You know, this new product that came out, I'm telling you, for
liquid crack.
But I'm speaking directly to the entrepreneurs, to the busy mom, to the busy dad. The clarity and the focus that you get on this, it's like the Limitless movie, right? When Bradley Cooper takes that pill and all of a sudden everything opens up to him and he's on fire, right? Getting things done. That's how it feels on this one, right? So these products really do elevate you to that next level. And then, you know, not only energy, clarity, mental awareness, all those things are great, but it also helps with that happiness thing, which most people are lacking or want more of, right? So when you have a combination of all those things, that synergy that comes together, it just makes life a lot better, right? And, you know, through this time of COVID and the pandemic and everything in the world going crazy, we've been able to fight through it, keep a positive mindset, focused on our mission to go out there and make an impact and help people. And our business has thrived through this time, and we've been able to, you know, change a lot of lives along the way. So we feel good about where we are, what we're doing, and I know it's only going to get better.
Amen. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I've been using it before I met you guys. So now I actually only take the pill once. I alternate between tea and hot chocolate, and they all do well. I just like to alternate it. But I love the idea of, you know, changing inside out, right? Changing the way we are in order to change the exterior of what's occurring around us, and not surrounding us, but what surrounds us. And I think, you know, this is a company and you guys are people. And that's why I have my wife, you know, join in as well at her magic dose. They can reach out. But I'm actually doing my training on Friday on manifestation. And part of that manifestation is the process of taking what's inside of us and materializing it. And, you know, you talk about limitless, you talk about infinity, you talk about the big smiles. If, you know, you guys didn't say a word, but just showed up on here and say, hey, do you want to look and feel like these two? And if you saw their bank account, you'd want that as well. So go ahead, reach out to me. I'm going to go ahead. You can see them up there at Enrique Alazabe. And Nancy, you're at Nancy Alazabe. Is that?
Nancy Ohanian, reach out.
Ohanian. There you go. Reach out. You can always email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Love you to join my wife, Nancy Enrique, on their team and make people happy, empowering others to empower others. Found another way and more people to help me. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you soon.
All right.
Thank you
Have
so
a blessed
much.
one.
Thank you. The happy couple right there. Reach out. They're amazing, and Elevate's amazing. Go ahead, reach out to me, david@dmeltzer.com. We'll hook you up there. He is on. Blake the Beast, he's ready. If I don't put him on soon, he might be a 14-0 by the time this IG Live is over and knock me out. 7th knockout. There he is. What's up, stud?
How you doing, David? Nice to finally meet you, buddy.
It's a pleasure. It's all mine. I am so looking forward to your next fight in November. You know, I've been friends with Mike Tyson for years, and as an undercard to that fight, you are going to get a lot of attention, and a lot of people are going to see how gifted you are. This could be an accelerator to your career fighting Badu Jack. Now, we're about 2 months out, almost to the day, I think. It's September 28th, right?
Yeah, we're about in between about 8.5, 9 weeks out right now.
You know, and that's the tough time. That's where you really got to get focused. What are you doing today? Because this is where people lack consistency. They get burned out. They don't see and it can attach their emotions to the daily work. They're so caught up on the big fight of their life, they forget to do the hard work. And, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard's a good friend of mine. He talks about road work. You know, I do the road work every day. There's activity I get paid for, activity I don't, but I do the road work every day. What's some of the road work that you do 7 days a week to build that consistent, persistent behavior that's going to take you to victory on November 28th?
For sure. So to answer your first question about just saying consistent, you know, consistency and repetition, that's something that everybody successful athletes, entrepreneurs, that's something that we all share in common, right? The little things that you do every single day that add up to make the big difference. So to get back to the conditioning aspect, you know, I'm staying dedicated and driven to the task at hand. You know, I'm waking up every single day, making sure that I'm getting in my road work. You know, I usually start off doing 4 to 6 miles a day early in the morning. Not really pushing my body extremely hard right now, just kind of going through the motions to stay active and to keep my body moving. Come in next week when we're exactly 8 weeks out, you know, we're going to start putting our foot on the gas pedal. You know, we don't want to push it too hard too soon that when we get closer to the fight that we end up crashing. We want to make sure that we peak at the right time. So, you know, the great thing is, Dave, is I have a phenomenal team behind me. You know, I ended up starting my pro career doing everything on my own, just having one boxing coach. Along the process, I had a conditioning coach. For this fight specifically, I have added and brought on 2 strength and conditioning coaches as well as 2 boxing coaches. So, you know, as everything in life happens, you always got to step things up for tougher competition. And, you know, I feel like myself and my team have done that. And the biggest task at hand is just pushing myself to that. Like I said, we peak at the right time to be able to showcase my talent on fight night and leave undefeated, going 14-0.
That is awesome. And not only are you an extraordinary boxer ranked in the top 20, but you're a veteran. You've spent a lot of years giving us our freedoms as an Army vet. You know about teamwork and, that value. Not every boxer, takes on the same type of perspective of teamwork. For you, being in the Army, what lessons have you carried forward into the boxing realm?
Well, for me, Dave, I grew up, kind of backtrack a little bit. I grew up in extreme amount of poverty. I never had any parents around, so I never had any direction. I had nobody there to help teach me things throughout life. So, growing up as a kid, the two things I always wanted to do was to join the military and serve my country and be a pro athlete. And the older that I got, I started to understand I needed to join the military for different reasons. And I was 20 years old when I finally joined. At that time, I was a high school dropout, not necessarily traveling down the right path in life. And joining the military just drastically changed my life for the better, and it really taught me a lot more respect, hard work, being like you had mentioned, a team player, a lot of selfless service, honor, integrity, personal courage, and I always tell people, a lot of people get a lot of misconceptions about what the military actually consists of. There's so many different jobs in the military. I'll always tell people my story and tell people that the military saved my life and it changed me for the better. And it was literally the best decision I ever could have made. And then on top of that, you go back to, when we had the unfortunate events of the 9/11 attacks. I was a freshman in high school when I saw that happening. And as much as I always wanted to serve my country and join the military after the 9/11 attacks happened, I already had my mind made up that I was going to serve my country to get payback, and I wanted to represent this country to be able to go after the people that had did that to our nation. So, for me, joining the military has really strengthened me mentally, physically, and emotionally in more ways than I can count. And it's also been something that's really assisted and helped me in my fighting career.
That's awesome. The last thing I want to ask you about is I talk about one of the daily practices that I have is practicing ending fear. And not only being a vet, but obviously being a boxer, you have to deal with fear every day, mental, physical, emotional, financial. All those fears are involved. People don't realize it's not just going toe to toe in the ring, when you're in that fight against Badeau, but it's more a lot of other things to be afraid of. How do you best deal or practice ending fear in your life?
To be honest, let's face it, we all face fear in one way, form, shape, or another, right? It's inevitable. For me, I'm a very motivational and positive person. And when it comes to any task in life, I never see my glasses being half empty, but half full. And everything in life is all about perspective. So for me, whether it's a negative or positive, I always try to see the positive in everything. And for me, I've overcome so much throughout the course of my life. I've survived, people trying to kill me the whole time I was deployed. And I just look back at everything that I've survived throughout the whole course of my life. And I always tell myself there is literally nothing to be afraid of that I can't overcome. I've already overcome most things that majority of people would never even be able to fathom. And I've survived that. So, being a spiritual person, being a man of God, I always believe and feel that there's certain people that will either fold under pressure or toe the line to answer the call. And I've always been one of those people. And if I ever feel fearful about anything, it's easily washed out by my motivation within myself to just continue to push forward. I don't live in a box of fear or failure, and I feel, unfortunately, a lot of people do. That's why a lot of people want to, in a sense, maybe pursue their life's dreams and aspirations, or to be able to, pursue a dream to turn into reality, but they get so caught up in that box of fear that they're afraid to fail. So they feel having, in a sense, a safety net of working for an employer 8 to 10 hours a day, but they never take that necessary time for self-growth after their job to be able to devote and dedicate necessary time within themselves, So I feel it's very necessary. You need to focus a lot of time, spending time with yourself in order to strengthen your mind. aside from whatever it is that you're doing, and really give yourself that necessary time to get your self growth. So, you know, to really kind of fine tune the question is, you know, I have fear, but it's easily washed out with my motivation. I'm constantly motivating and trying to inspire people. If you go to my page, I'm always trying to do that. But in a sense, you know, I'm always trying to motivate and inspire myself every single morning to never quit and to keep on pushing forward.
And that message is loud and clear through your whole career, especially as an undefeated contender like you are. And I'm not going to ask you to make a prediction for your fight because I already have the prediction. That's the Blake the Beast, Blake the Beast victory in 4 rounds. Round 4, you're taking him down. KO number 7. It'll be the 14th victory. Who do you think is going to win the Roy Jones-Mike Tyson fight?
You know, honestly, as we all have heard in fighting and in boxing, styles make fights, right? You look at Roy Jones, you know, both these guys are in, you know, older years of their careers and in their lives. And, you know, we probably never thought that we'd ever see a comeback like this. But, you know, Roy Jones possesses a lot of speed and finesse and angles like he always has. Mike Tyson's always been a raw power puncher, great defensively, both of them. So for me, I feel like it's an evenly matched fight. You know, you would think the strengths of Roy and then you see the strengths of Mike, and it's like you never know what's going to happen, you know. And I've been somebody that grew up idolizing both of these guys. So for me, it's an extreme honor to be able to fight on such a huge magnitude of a card. Whoever thought, you know, I grew up, Mike Tyson, when he fought Evander Holyfield when I was a very young kid, was the reason I got into boxing. Now to be able to fast forward to now that I'm going to be fighting as one of the main fights for his card, man, it's come full circle. It's definitely a dream turned into reality. You know, I'm just
that's so amazing. Dream turned to reality. That's what my training is on Friday, manifesting what you desire. So many people ask big enough of the universe that your dreams come reality. And I know that that dream has a lot more to go. So keep asking the universe bigger and bigger. Keep your faith. I love that about you as well, and the hard work that you put behind the faith and with the faith to motivate yourself, but more importantly, even motivate others. You're such a great icon for a lot of young people. My son was just on here, and, you know, you're a perfect person for him to look up to of what you can do if you believe and put the hard work in. The law of Goya, get off your ass with the law of attraction. And I'm here, Blake the Beast. Let's do it, man. November 28th, I'll be there watching you,
pay-per-view, baby.
Rooting you on. You got it. Take care. Thanks for joining me.
Before we go, man, just to touch on what
That's right. That's my favorite story, David and Goliath, and you are David. Exactly. Just keep throwing those stones, buddy. You're going to do it. Thank you so much. There it is. Blake the Beast is going to take down the Badu Jack on November 28th, and he's on the undercard for Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. Not a bad card. But most importantly, what a good guy. That's how you make it happen. He never quit, and he just believes in himself. We got it there. Team David Meltzer. We never pinned up. You can reach me, david@dmeltzer.com, 949-298-2905. I want to thank Marlena. I know it's Dad's Day for sons, but my daughter Marlena was on here as well. Thank you so much. We got free trainings on Friday. Exactly what the Beast is about. Manifest everything you desire in life and business. I'm going to be teaching how to manifest things, materialize it. You're a 3D printer. You come with an idea and we make it real. You got me? Come up with an idea, make it real. I just pinned below my text community if you haven't joined, 949-298-2905. And if you haven't joined us for free training, just email me, david@dmeltzer.com. If you haven't caught the replays, if you haven't got the free guides, the free exercises, the free trainings, if you haven't got the free books that I give, just email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Jeff Friendster, Miles, the Miles Monday, the Miles Graham, Super Sunday, SON Day. It's right, it's National Sunday. So honor your son. There's no greater gift that anyone could give you than a child like that. And all my children, I love you. I thank you. Let's take one question and then call it a day. There's so many great questions that we saw up there. How much sales training do you do? Well, I have a private group that will answer and do sales training on. I have a sales exercise. You can email me for free, my 5 to Thrive system, david@dmeltzer.com. And also email me if you're interested. I'm thinking about starting a private group just for sales, david@dmeltzer.com. If you're interested in a private group just for sales, let me know, david@dmeltzer.com. I'm thinking about doing that, getting the best of the like-mindedness together in order to effectuate acceleration growth, aggregate the compound interest in life, get what you want rapidly and accurately. That's what training is about on Friday. If you haven't checked out training, they're free, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Just email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Check out the replays, featured on Spotify, Top Podcast, The Playbook, or you can reach it any other platform, including Entrepreneur. We got it all right here. Thank you, everybody, so much. We're going to be here all week. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care. And remember,